Mr. Van Orden.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm just going to say out loud what everybody here is thinking, because it's readily apparent. No one in Washington, D.C. knows what the hell they're talking about when it comes to this subject. Zero. Last year, we had a dude with a 40-pound brain who's a law professor lecture us about how to run farms. I asked him last time he was on a farm. He said his mom, this is like, we just pulled up the transcript, his mom used to get horse manure, and they used that in his garden. And those are his bona fides. There's simply enough stupid to go around in this entire problem set. And when I agree with Mr. Larson, what's going on here, right? That's dogs and cats sleeping together at this point. So here's the problem. Congress keeps putting their fingers into things where they don't belong. They don't. You know who knows what's going on here? You do, ma'am, and my farmers do. I represent the 3rd Congressional District of the state of Wisconsin. We have the largest contiguous section of the Mississippi River in any congressional district in the country. You go from Lock 3 to 11, right? From Red Wing down to Dubuque. We don't have a north-south highway in the 3rd Congressional District. We have the Mississippi River. And we are at the forefront of not only organic farming, but also conservation. So our guys built these retention ponds, so you have runoff and all of these nutrients go into these ponds, and then they settle the bottom, they pull them out, they reuse them, it lowers input costs, they put the water that's in there to irrigate the fields again. All of that will go away. And you know where those nitrates are gonna go? Right into the Mississippi River, in the watershed, and they're gonna go down to Mike's district. That's gonna happen if this happens, because we've got a bunch of really super duper important people around here, and if you don't believe me, ask them, they'll tell you. And they're gonna tell you how your farmers, how to run their business. That's a non-starter. So here's part of the problem. Congress is lazy. Congress is lazy. My predecessors abdicated the responsibilities to the executive branch so they could keep getting elected and come up here and have these very super important meetings. That's what happened. Well, guess what happened? Chevron happened. So Congress is gonna have to do their job, which is write very prescriptive legislation and tell the executive branch what they're gonna do, because we are the Article I authority. We're members of a co-equal branch of government, and they've been obfuscating these things. They've been running a new Green New Deal agenda, disguising it as confusion about legislation. I can't understand this. Let's write a rule. Nope, you don't get to write law, we do. So I'm gonna be here at least until January 4th, or I don't know. I'll be at least here until January 4th. We'll probably have another meeting January 5th, maybe someone else from Wisconsin, I don't know. But as long as I'm here, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna advocate incredibly strongly for my farmers and yours to make sure that they can feed the world. And I don't really have a question. I'm sick and tired of talking about the same thing. I'm sick and tired of our farmers talking to me every day. They don't know what to do. They don't know if they're breaking the law. They don't know if they're gonna be able to feed their families. They don't know if their house is gonna be taken away from them because they're getting charged $64,000 a day for doing something that they thought was right. That is not okay. It's not. This is broken. So when I get input from my farmers, and I sit down and I listen to this cat, and Val, my buddy from Oregon, who's a Democrat, and we go like, okay, let's craft legislation to make sure this works well. When we do that, we each represent 850,000 people. That's what the executive branch is supposed to do, not run their own agenda. It's very frustrating. It is. And with that, I yield back.